What's happening? My name is Albert. Welcome to another workout with this 61-year-old. In 4 months, I'll be 61. 4 months. And why am I saying that? I'm saying that because this channel is dedicated to my fitness journey as I age. And so what I'm doing here is that I am going to record this entire workout. And then tomorrow, my homework is to watch very, very closely. I watch when I start to sweat, my breathing, how's my stamina, how's my endurance, how's my strength, and I get a really good measurement of the reality of what's happening with this guy. And this guy could do a whole bunch of things that people half my age can't do, man. And so my voice also is to go against how I grew up, because the way I grew up, or when you turn 40, and you turn 50, testosterone, bro, you gotta ask my girl, bro, how's my testosterone, bro? And here's my testosterone right here, bro. Only creatine. There's my testosterone for you. When you turn 50 and when you turn 60, you need to do this exercise according to age. And so I'm busting all that nonsense. I'm here to just demonstrate and show in real time without editing, so that there's no tricks that 8+ years ago I could not walk up a flight of stairs without huffing and puffing, man. I was so out of shape, and back problems and shoulder problems, and it's all gone thanks to what? Exercising, herbs, and good nutrition to lose that weight that I was carrying that was hurting me, man. And so I did that, and so I'm recording these videos, and that's why I'm here. And so today's workout, yesterday's workout, I did this unilateral workout, really cool, where one arm is doing one thing and the other arm is doing another thing, and I got creative, and the objective was to beat up the deltoids and the biceps and the core. Well, I woke up with slight soreness with the biceps. The deltoids feel pumped. My core is really strong, and so forget that. And so now I'm gonna move into the next phase of my exploration, which is I'm gonna explore lunges, but in a different way, where I hold weights constantly throughout every single lunge. And the idea is to just static hold biceps or static hold deltoids, and just do that with whatever variations of lunges that come to mind. And so this is gonna be a freestyle workout, which is awesome because I don't know how it's gonna turn out. My muscles are in command. They are in front. My mind is in back, taking notes, maybe making some, adjustments, giving some tips, handing in some tips, but my body is the one that puts out. And so before I do my lunge static bicep, I'm gonna try this rollout, standing rollout, which I used to be able to do. And recently I went to this climbing session and I saw a rollout thing, and I tried it and I freaking flopped, man. I couldn't do it. And so now what I'm gonna do is that I wanna get that back. And so before every single workout, I'm gonna attempt a rollout. Maybe I'll do a little bit more in between this workout. And so, but my idea is to get that back, man, because I had it and I was really good with being able to roll all the way out and then bring my entire body in. And so I'm gonna get straight to it, man. Come on. Self into this over here. Let me see where I'm at. Alright, man, just let me say a few words with that. Okay, I need to say a few words about this, what I just did. Here, what I'm gonna do is before every single workout, I'm gonna give it a shot. Now, I struggled here, but what I'm trying to do is that I did 3, right? I want to see how low I could go before I could get back up, and then maybe there's a certain point where I see I could get down to here, and then bring myself up, and then down to here, and then bring myself up, and then go down to here, and then maybe around it. Practice the regular ones off the knees to get that area back into freaking swing of things. And so now to the workout. All right, I'm ready. So I'm going to curl these bad boys And I'm just gonna hold while I start doing some lunges, man. I'm gonna start with these lunges here. I'm gonna start with these guys. Yep, I never seen this before. Okay. All right, man. So that was the first one. It's pretty cool. I've never done anything like this. Usually, if you know, lunges are usually done by themselves. Maybe people will put on a weighted vest, or they'll put chains on top of them to make themselves heavier. They may hold the weights here to do the lunges, but what I'm doing is that I'm in static mode. Just to stay in static mode, and just stay there without deviating. And the idea and why I'm doing this is because there's a certain force of movement where the biceps get extra stimulus when my knees hit the floor. There's a jerking motion that causes this. And this here is where I think the bulk of the stimulus kicks in. Because if I just hold here, there's kind of like a control command going on. But with me moving, there's this kind of a bounce that happens within my movement. And so while I was doing the lunges, I purposely found myself swaying left and right to get an extra motion involved within these lunges. And so I can only do 2 types of lunges that's coming to my mind, only because I don't have enough space to really spread out and do the side lunges and do all these other type of lunges. And so due to limited space, I can only do a certain amount. But maybe what I'll do is that I'll do traditional squats so that I can kill my legs and maybe hold and get creative. And so now I'm going to continue killing the bicep all the way till it's time to give the biceps a break and then move to deltoid holds. At that point, I'll just hold deltoids and I'll see where my body wants to take me and the type of footwork that I could get into until my legs get a really good workout, man. So come on. All right, here we go. Up and I'm ready to go. Yes. 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 Yeah. 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 God, that was tough. That was tough. So man, I'm gonna do something. I'm bringing the dumbbells with me. I'm just gonna hold while I'm talking, bro, because that's gonna be part of how I kill the deltoids as well, static mode. And so I'm just holding the dumbbells to the side like this, and I'm gonna sit here just holding them out, man. And so there I did some step back lunges along with step front lunges, and along with the knee to the mat and back up, alternating lunges, whatever they're called. And so my objective is just to do lunges, man. I'm not counting whatsoever. I don't want to count, because counting, it works against me. Like if I say I'm going to do 20, by the time I do 18, I'm already struggling 19. But if I don't count, I could do 40. And so here there's no counting, because I limit myself, because the mind is there. If the mind is there, the mind can play all kinds of tricks, man. Like I thought of a time, because I don't count, where within 20 minutes I did 274 push-ups within these special burpees, man. And I said, let me count how many push-ups I did. And I was like, oh my God, I did 274. Now, if you told me do 274 push-ups, it'll be intimidating to the mind, because that's a large amount. And so over here, Off the Chain Fitness, we took out counting, because kids don't count. We watch children, and we see how they jump, hop, skip without a timer, without a Fitbit. Oh, it doesn't matter whether it's Tuesday. They don't have to call their trainer, and all that nonsense that we do. Because when we grow up, we become calculated. And once we're calculated, then we have Saturdays cardio, and Mondays this universal chest days, and all this sloppy stuff, without listening to the body, because the body may tell you on Monday, I want to do abs, I want to do legs, I want to go for a run. And so we deny our body's input, we deny our body's intelligence, we deny our own body to really freaking go in and get down, man. And so that's just one example, man. But I tell you, man, I've done so many incredible things on account of not counting. And so this is why I'm doing this sporadic freestyle, anything goes, move the body, get the body to just decide on its own account via its own capability level. And so once I get tired doing a lunge a certain way, then I try to do a lunge another way, where I can spare myself with more energy to continue. And so I'm holding these freaking dumbbells on the side, and so I'm getting serious deltoid activation. And so now what I'm gonna do is try to just do a few lunges in this mode. Come on. Oh, it burns though. It burns. I may have to put it down. All right. All right. God damn, it burns, man. Okay, just point made. I just made my point. Here I am. Well, the mind said, go ahead and continue, but the body couldn't. That's my point. That what the mind thought, the body could not meet. Because this deltoid here is screaming, burning from what it just went through. And so now I have to go into phase 2 with where my body wants to go, because my biceps are getting shot from holding the dumbbells, and I'm getting the workout that that I brought to the table. I'm getting that type of a workout. And so now it's for me to step back and see what I'm gonna do. Come on. Well, what do you know? I decided to do another rollout. Let's see what happens now. Okay, I'm gonna spread my legs out a little bit here, and Alright, so let me get straight back into my bicep holds, because that's what I'm feeling. And position myself to just get into it one more time. Okay. Oh my God. So there's that burning feeling, bro. This is a guy who hurt his hip and his knee 2 weeks ago. I just reviewed the videos where I was like doing my therapy workouts, bro, to help this hip that hurt from box jumps. And the knees, I can't remember where the knees from the box jumps too, probably. And then a shoulder that I hurt with climbing. I'm here climbing, holding on for dear life, and I'm using my back muscles in a way I haven't used them in a while like that. And so I ended up hurting this right here. And so I'm back into the swing of things. I took the time to do therapy, and I know what to do forward to help this completely get back to a functional mode of where it's cool if it bothers me, because it always has this type of cautionary thing that goes on with it, but I can still work out. And so as long as I work out and I could do this and do this, then I'm all good, man. And so how is this workout treating me? Now this workout is treating me with a film of sweat that I can see. I'm freaking flush. There's sweat, and my deltoids, which I meant to hold the dumbbells here, which would have been a really freaking good idea, but I'll do that on the next one. It's a good idea that when I sit and talk, do an exercise. So see, this is what I mean by, you know, scientists, the real scientists, Isaac Newton and these guys. They said that the inventions don't happen through thought. It happens through playing around. Because when you're playing around, you're creative, your mind is out, and so you're exploring. And so this type of working out where I'm playing around and exploring at the same time, it brings me to these type of things where I could always grab weights and hold them here and just talk. So now while I'm talking, I'm getting a deltoid activation while I'm working out. And so these are the things that I'm talking about. And yesterday's workout, I derived so many cool workouts to incorporate around other workouts that make things so fresh and new. That is incredible what I freaking came up with just by allowing my body to do funny looking things, maybe, you know, unconventional things, maybe to some people that are used to traditional curls and, you know, what unison this and unison that. It's gonna look weird, but to my body was one of the most pleasurable experiences I ever experienced, so much that I felt elated from it. It's almost like my body thanked me for allowing it to do what it always wants to do, which is to explore. It wants to play, and it wants to be out of that system of calculations, mechanical, you do it like this, and on Tuesdays you do it like that, and all that freaking nonsense. And so I'm starting to feel that this freaking feeling that I'm having came from yesterday's exploration, my playfulness, because there's a certain freedom that I get from doing this. And so I'm going to continue, man. And so this is my exploration where I am freaking driving in the lunges. And the lunges are the lunges, bro. And so I'm going to get right into another one. Come on. All right, deltoids. I'm going to freaking hold the deltoids over here. Let them freaking rock. And get the freaking lunges in place while I freaking hold. And I'm letting the dumbbell swing. Ah, shit. Okay, I'm gonna turn it around and just chill right here for a minute. Okay, feels weird. Oh my God. So let me tell you what's happening, bro. There's a certain burn where I have to let go. There's a burn that happens in here where it's almost like putting your hand on fire. You have to. And so this burn starts to steep from within. It almost feels like the bone inside is feeling iced. And so I have to let go. And so this brings me to my second half of this workout, which I'm gonna lighten up the weight. And after I lighten up the weight, I'm just gonna continue. And so now, my most important factor here is to report for myself. So when I watch myself back tomorrow, that I can report that my deltoids now are screaming. When I do this, I can feel it. And so the job is being taken care of. Once again, in reality, I do not have to say a word about this workout because the deltoids and the biceps and my legs, based on what I can do, is doing the speaking for me. And so whether this exercise looks weird or unconventional or ineffective, it's not a long workout and I'm getting what I wanted out of it, which is leg activation, bicep activation, and deltoid activation, which is exactly what I'm getting. And so tomorrow, whatever I feel, that pump feeling that I usually get after workout, the deltoids may feel it tomorrow, my biceps may feel it more tomorrow, and so that will say everything for me. So come on. Alright, how about another bicep row and see what happens? Okay, bracing myself. Alright, man. So let's get into this here. I'm gonna hold more. Let's see, biceps. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna rotate it like this and see what happens. And so just move. I'm lighter now. I'm 5 pounds lighter. And so I'm feeling the deltoids. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Oh yeah. Let me just hold here. I'm just holding, man. Now, deltoids. Oh boy, the burn is incredible, man. Shit, man. Oh boy, walking here felt woo. So the sweat is pouring down me. I'm feeling the deltoids. I'm feeling the biceps. I'm out of wind, and so I've been playing around. Every time I say, come on to the next one, I think I'm gonna do the the lunges, and I end up doing the standing rollout just to get more practice into it. It sucks when you lose something that you were able to do so effortlessly. Like this exercise going all the way out and back up was no problem for me. And so that's what happens with any exercise that I ever gave up. There's this certain thing where the upkeep has to be really tight, man. And if I'm not with it, doing it all the time, then I'm gonna lose it. Like I've lost a handstand at a certain degree because I used to do that every single morning and gave that up. The push-up challenge, which I completed, I probably could only do half of it now because I'm not doing that anymore. And so, but this here is a lesson for me that is all good, because I need to, do a variation of different types of exercises. And so naturally, if you stop playing the piano, you're gonna be like, oh, wait a minute, you forget your body seems to lose its place with playing automatically. And so what I'm doing here is that the note taking about that is the most important thing, because it's not, oh, you're old and so you're not strong enough and so your age is showing. I'm not doing that. I'm doing the opposite, which is you haven't did that exercise in a long time, brushing up. You're like, get your chops back, I'm a drummer and we lose our chops. And so what do we say? Get your chops back. And when you practice, you start to get your chops back. Once your chops are back, then you're back to where you were, no matter if you aged 20 years. And that's how I feel about fitness to a certain degree, because I am aging, and so I'm not as strong as I was. But I'll tell you what, I'm stronger now than when I was 30, 40, 20 probably. I mean, I can't account to 20 and 30 because I wasn't doing this. These type of exercises weren't in fashion during those days. It was the traditional gyms, the Jack LaLanne stuff with the Gold's Gym in the area, and you're just doing conventional exercises and nothing creative like this. A lot of the exercises that I'm doing are so creative. And so this is almost bringing me to the end of my workout, only because it's feeling like I should get ready to close this workout. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do another, now that I know my rhythm here, I'm gonna do another standing rollout, even if it's just halfway, and then I'm gonna go and do the last round and then call it, come out. All right, let's give it another shot, baby. Hey, I'm gonna look at that. See how low I went, baby. Okay, so okay, legs a shot. That's what made me fall back. That's the highlight of this workout, baby. So, oh dear. So, move around. I'm gonna keep holding until the deltas are screaming and I have to let it go. Oh my God. Oh, it burns. All right. God damn. So, I'm done. I am finished. Practically a 30-minute workout. Stand-up rollouts. A few lunges here and there, front and back, bro. And so, the deltoids, bro. Tomorrow I report how I feel, what this workout was worth, and until the next one, catch ya!